Dear students, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is Arafat mujeeb from FEI Higher Secondary Institute. Today I am with chapter number. First chapter is about life process is the chapter, and in this chapter today my topic to discuss is about the external structure of human heart. Human heart हम पढ़ेंगे इस chapter में. So it is 10th standard biology, and now we have a look on this external morphology of human heart, how the human heart look like, and what is its appearance and where is its position in our body. First one is the appearance. If we talk about it, is a conical organ, and at the top it is apex, and lot of blood vessels reaching at the top of the heart, and at the bottom it is the broad, and it is of fist size. अगर जो हम अपना जो fist होता है हमारा, ये fist size का होता है approximately. If we talk about the adult person, male or female, in male it is adult weight की बात हम कर लेंगे. In females it is 250 gram approximate weight in adult females. In adult male, if we talk about a 300 gram approximate average weight of the human heart. So if we talk about I talk about the size of the heart. It is usually if you hold your fist, and the size of the fist in an adult person, it is usually of the fist size in an adult person, and this is a hollow organ, muscular, and it is flexible and conical in form. And if we talk about the position where its location is in our body, it is in the thoracic cavity, in the middle of the thoracic cavity, towards left of the thoracic cavity. And if we talk about the base part of the heart, जो base part होता है इसका, which is the broad, at the base it is broad, and it rests on the diaphragm in the thoracic cavity. Diaphragm is the part of the thoracic cavity. Then in the thoracic cavity there is the space, जगह होती है जहाँ पे ये हार्ट हमारा रहता है towards the left, and that space is known as the mediastinum space. Mediastinum space is for the placement of this heart. So, and if we talk about in the previous lecture मैंने पढ़ा है कि in the left lung, if we talk about the lung system, in the left lung there is the cardiac notch, and the cardiac notch is for this purpose that it has to place the heart towards the left. Therefore the left lung is narrow in size, and there is a notch that is known as the cardiac notch. Now this is the appearance and the position, how it is. If we talk about the appearance of the human heart, it is the reddish brown in color, and a pumping organ. It pumps, and there is a muscle. Those muscles are known as the cardiac muscles. Specific type of muscles are found in the human heart, and they have the rhythmic contraction, rhythmic movement. The rhythmic movement means these muscles show the contraction and relaxation, contraction and relaxation. Due to the contraction and relaxation in the muscles, there is a possibility that it gives the capability of the heart that it is known as the pumping organ. It pumps the blood into the, if we talk about the human circulatory system, main part of the human circulatory system is the heart. Now we have the structure morphology of the human heart. मैंने शिकायत बनाई इसका external structure. एग्जाम में दो तरह के क्वेश्चन आते रहते हैं, the external structure of human heart and the internal structure of human heart. Internal structure of human heart भी हम पढ़ाएंगे next lecture में. तो वो फंक्शन के लिहाज रहता है. इफ वी हैव टू एलोबरेट द फंक्शन परफॉर्म बाय द हार्ट, तो इंटरनल स्ट्रक्चर से हम वो दिखाते हैं हाउ सर्कुलेशन ऑफ ब्लड प्लेसेस, हाउ इट रिसीव्स ब्लड एंड देन हाउ इट pushes out the blood. It's a pumping organ. Internal structure is mainly involved in the function of the heart. यहाँ पे मैंने एक्सटर्नल स्ट्रक्चर बनाया हार्ट का. दिस इज द एक्सटर्नल स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ ह्यूमन हार्ट. आप देखिए बोर्ड पे मैंने स्केच आउट किया है. तो यहाँ देखिए A, B, C, D. These I say the externally we can identify the heart externally that it is a 4 chamber. A part जो है यहाँ पे A part, ये this part, this is known as this left auricle. This is the left auricle here, left auricle. And this B part, this you see that here, the B part, it is the right auricle here. Human heart is of 4 chambered heart. Then this B is the right auricle. Now C part here, this whole part, big and the whole part is the left C part here. This a conical at the base, conical at the apex, it is the apical at the base. That this is the left ventricle. And now this here is this D part here, this one, this is the right ventricle, left ventricle and right ventricle. And now here we can say the right auricle, left auricle जो है, it is separated out by the left ventricle by this is known as the coronary sulcus. ये it is the right coronary sulcus. यहाँ पे मैंने दिखाया, यहाँ पे रेड कलर का, ये this is externally, we can externally it is externally visible that there is a coronary sulcus. Right coronary sulcus is between the right auricle and right ventricle. Between the right auricle and right ventricle, there is a right coronary sulcus. This right coronary sulcus demarcate externally the auricle, right auricle by the left, right auricle by the right ventricle. Here is also a coronary sulcus. यहाँ देखिए, here is also a coronary sulcus which externally demarcate the left auricle by the left ventricle. Here also, if we have external morphology of human heart, we can externally, there is a slight demarcation of these 4 chambers, and there it looks like that it is composed of 4 different chambers. The topmost chamber is of 2 left auricle, right auricle, and lowermost is made of ventricles, left ventricle and right ventricle, and can be seen externally. If we consider about the external morphology of the human heart, externally these are demarcated. Now you see here that you can see here this red color. I will place it here visible to you people, that you see that here. यहाँ पे देखिए आप, यहाँ पे इस चीज को देखिए आप. This is known as the interventricular groove. This is interventricular groove. This is the septum. We separated the 2 auricles here. Externally, this is actually the groove. Groove. It is a groove where this is a groove which demarcates the left ventricle by the right ventricle. यहाँ पे groove होता है which is externally visible in the external morphology of the human heart. तो यहाँ ये देखिए 4 chambers की बात चली यहाँ पे. तो यहाँ देखिए जो left auricle है, left auricle A part, left auricle, it receives the left pulmonary veins. Yes, very good. It receives the left pulmonary veins. And again here there is a right pair of right pulmonary veins. Here right pulmonary veins, and left pulmonary venous. If we dissect the human heart, then ये पेयर और ये पेयर इनके दोनों की ओपनिंग इस लेफ्ट आर्टिकल में होती है. Then they flows inside in the left auricle, left pulmonary venous and right pulmonary venous. What is the function of these venous pulmonary venous? So it carries the oxygenated blood by the respective lungs, left lung and right lung. इनका यही काम रहता है. These are the two. I will say it here, the part first, part second here. This is the part third and part fourth. Then both first, second, third, fourth are the pulmonary. Left pulmonary, it is on left side of the heart. It is the right side of the heart. Third and fourth, right pulmonary venous. Then we move ahead here. This is known as the pulmonary arc. This, and it crosses through the aorta. ये जो big blood vessel निकलती है, aortic arc. इसके पास, इसके through pass होती है ये. This is known as the pulmonary arc. This pulmonary arc divides into two. One is the left pulmonary artery and then it divides into right pulmonary artery. यहाँ देखिए मैंने दिखाया भी है ये left pulmonary artery and right pulmonary artery. This one I talk about this one here, this one. Then it is a pulmonary arc, and this pulmonary arc further divided into the pulmonary, left pulmonary arteries, right pulmonary arteries. They send the deoxygenated blood to the lungs. If we talk about in the next lecture, we will talk about the function performed by the human mammalian heart, this human heart. Then उस वक्त इसका काम क्या है वो अभी तो आप external structure पे ध्यान दीजिए. This is known as the big blood vessel. It comes off by the left ventricle. It carry out the oxygenated blood. This is known as the pulmonary aortic arc. This is known as aortic arc. This whole one, it is a band form. Then it is known as the aortic arc. Aortic arc, यहाँ पे ये aortic arc, it is the big blood vessel, aorta, which comes out actually inside. If we dissect the human heart, it actually comes by the left ventricle and moves, and this is the large blood vessels which carry out, which comes off the human heart. Externally it is visible to us. It is the aorta. Now this aorta has the upwards three veins here, three, first, second, third. This is known as the brachial artery. This is known as the left common carotid blood vessel. This is known as the carotid. This is known as the left common carotid artery, and this is known as the left subclavian artery. यहाँ पे इसके atop पे तीन blood vessels निकलते हैं. Three blood vessels comes off. This is the brachial left brachial artery. This is known as the left common carotid artery, and this is known as the left subclavian artery. ये इसी से निकल के आधे गर्दन में जाते हैं and goes to the head and to the left arm and right arm. They goes to then after this limb. Then their aorta जो है it goes down here, and then it to the abdomen, to the thorax, to the lumbar, to the abdomen, to the limbs. It goes downwards. This is known then later on the aortic trunk. Then here, this is all about then here is also, this is the blood vessel here. This is the ये देखिए आप inferior vena cava. This is the inferior vena cava. This is the superior vena cava. This is a big blood, we can say big blood vessel which carry the deoxygenated blood by the lower side of the body, by the upper side of the body, superior vena cava and inferior vena cava, and both these big blood vessels opens into the Internally, it opens into the right auricle. These two, it is the important blood vessels which carries which carry the deoxygenated blood. This superior vena cava and inferior vena. Then it is I think all about. Here is the coronary blood vessels here. Artery and venous. Itself, the heart is the organ. It needs the nutrients, oxygen for its living in condition. Zinda रहने के लिए. It also needs the blood supply. Therefore, it has own network of blood vessels that is known as the coronary artery. मतलब coronary artery हम नहीं कहेंगे. Collectively, it is made up of the artery and venous. Coronary हम कहेंगे coronary blood vessels. Coronary blood vessels. Coronary blood vessels यहाँ देखिए रेड कलर से आर्टरीज एंड ब्लैक कलर से मैंने दिखाया. दे मूव्स, ये दो वेसल्स निकल आते. दे मूव अक्रॉस, दे पास थ्रू द राइट coronary sulcus या left coronary sulcus. Across, they moves along the left coronary sulcus and they moves down. And they moves down in the interventricular groove में ये blood vessel जाता है इनका. फिर they gives a network and supplies the whole these blood vessel. आप देखिए किस तरह का network, and they supply the blood nutrients oxygen to the heart, and so that heart should be living in condition. इसको खुद को जिंदा रहना है. It is a very hard working organ. It has to pump blood day and night. Now this is known as the apex of the heart. It is here the apex of the right. असल में it is the apex. It is known as the apex of the left ventricle. यहाँ देखिए जो right ventricle है, it not reaches to the base of the heart. यहाँ देखिए जो if we talk about the base part of the heart, जो right ventricle है, it not reaches here. Now only the apex of the heart is of the left ventricles. And also I have to say something, that the heart is covered by a tough elastic fibrous layer that is known as the pericardium. ये देखिए pericardium मैंने black से दिखाया यहाँ पे. ये pericardium layer यहाँ देखिए black color से. It surrounds the blood vessels as well, surrounds the blood vessels. एंड जिस तरह हम एक हमारे पास एक डॉक्यूमेंट होता है, फिर हम लेमिनेशन करते हैं, उसमें लेमिनेट करते हैं, लेमिनेशन सो दैट इट कैन प्रोटेक्टेड बाय द मैकेनिकल इंजरीज. ये हमें बचाता है, वो सर्टिफिकेट बचती है हमारी, वो डॉक्यूमेंट बचता है और लाइफ लॉन्ग रहता है और डिस्ट्रॉय होने से बचता है. इसी तरह से दिस ऑर्गन इज कवर्ड बाय अ टफ fibrous layer, and it gives the external protection to the layer. It is the protective layer which is known as the pericardium. Externally it protects the heart and by any mechanical injuries. Also असल में जो pericardium है, it is made up of the two. It is known as the serous pericardium, fibrous pericardium. असल में ये serous pericardium से बना हुआ होता है ये layer. And then there is the fibrous pericardium. दो लेयर. असल में ये pericardium, it is made up of the two serous pericardium and fibrous pericardium. Between the two layers, one remains very close to the heart and other remains outside of the heart. It the fibrous pericardium, they are made up of the fibers which give the flexibility, elasticity to the organ. And serous जो layer है pericardium, it secretes a fluid which is known as the pericardial fluid, and there is a cavity between the two layers in the pericardium. Between the two layers there is a space that is known as the pericardial cavity or pericardial space को, and this it contains the lubricant like fluid that is known as the pericardial fluid. It when the heart मतलब it is a distal organ, मतलब ये मतलब contract भी होता है, ये expand भी होता है, तो वो चीज इसको फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी देने के लिए pericardium play important role and protect it by the friction caused can be caused due to the surrounding tissue से उसको friction, तो ये इस ऑर्गन में ज़्यादा मूवमेंट होती है, हलचल ज़्यादा होती है, तो फ्रिक्शन होने की चांसेस ज़्यादा होती है. तो so to reduce the friction with the surrounding organs to this heart, there is a pericardial fluid in the pericardial cavity. Pericardium play important role in the protection to the heart and give the flexibility, elasticity to the organ, and prevent it by any mechanical injuries. This pericardium is connected to the surrounding tissue layers and makes the heart fixed in position in the thoracic cavity. Dear students, I hope you understand about the structure of the human heart. What I told you about externally, I discussed the structure of the human heart, its appearance, its position, its external morphology, what it is made up of. I hope you understand about these topics. Thank you very much.